intro. Well, there's one hell of a delay on that. Okay, I'll just have to remember that. Alrighty, folks, we are here, Ghosts of Saltmarsh, after a bit of a hiatus due to COVID-19. Love you too. I wish I was not working anymore. Sad face. We have, of course, to my
No, you don't.
to my right, of course, sitting next to me, Torlock. To the right of him. Oh my God! Wait, this is the Brady Bunch.
Yes, it is.
The stepchild, Marcus. I got the dirtiest look. And Ariel.
Hey, Twisted Drake.
Hey, Twisted.
Stop Twisted. Representing the good old girl she is. Hopefully, yes, COVID-20, when we all die horribly.
Please stop talking about it.
Okay. Oh dear Lord, it's been a while, so let's do a slight recap. Our adventurers got back to town. They took a little short jog through some tunnels, maybe murdered and made some people that were sleeping. Horrible people you are. And they got a message to go.
Bad guys.
Huh? Of course you're the bad guys. They got a message to go through a certain tunnel that would lead them to a tower. This tower made a slight appearance as they were running to the slums earlier in the campaign. And now they are inside of it, and they have met a few NPCs. One of the NPCs, of course, is our lovable and huggable tiefling quartermaster, quote unquote, who deals with magical goods. She put him on a side quest, and they still haven't finished it. Lazy mofos.
Hey.
I'm still getting dirty looks from afar. The second NPC they met is Corvic. It is a very old gnome that's very eccentric. Likes making things, toys for nobles, and just loves his job and brings joy to the world with these little dolls that are after getting rested up, I see that look.
I'm glad you do.
Tyr had a little guest crawling across his chest.
Oh, the little creepy girl doll that's in my backpack.
Yes, because that's what you do with the creepy living doll. You stick it in the backpack like a totally good person. And they had hatched a little plan with the tiefling quartermaster named Izul that they were going to distribute these dolls in which the slaves that they had rescued earlier in our chilling in the tower, bottom level in the basement, they're going to take shifts seeing and listening through these dolls' senses that are being distributed to noble houses to get some information on the town. Unfortunately, these dolls do have a bit of a side effect to them, is that if the children laugh or anyone speaks while they are under the spell, the dolls mimic the action. It's thankfully no one's broke the rule too bad. And also, I rolled a 100% on a percentile dice, and one of the dolls actually got delivered to their, I guess you can consider him the big bad so far, Galen Primewater, who has staged a coup in town. Coup d'etat. So, right before the campaign, or the last session ended, someone noticed there was a jar that had a strange green or gray glow to it, and things were kind of swimming around in it. That'd be the soul jar.
Oh, stream can't see my dog, but you guys can on Zoom.
The giant ball of spirits that Oriel's not happy about.
A little bit, just a little bit. And that also takes back to a previous session in which an NPC named Gravis talked to her about why the church's grounds are unsanctified and the dead are rising. Hi.
Hello, Gravis.
So, we're going to pick up from there. Oh, sorry, one last thing. They were given a side mission from Korvik to rescue a living doll that is currently being trapped and abused in Galen Primewater's lackey's house. They'd done some scouting and had found out that they can take a tunnel system under the favorite tavern in the town, the Wicker Goat, to get to his house.
Yeah, we were gonna put a rope down the hill, climb down the hill, go to the tavern.
Marcus's favorite place ever.
Yes. At the time of the DM's discretion, it is currently 9 p.m. at night. Continue.
9 o'clock and all is well.
That sentence didn't make sense.
What?
So, as it's 9 o'clock, does that mean it's dark out?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Oh, wonderful. Because we need to move during the dead of night.
Well, and I think that Torlock had done some scouting for us.
Yes.
We know at least the rotations and stuff like that of
The guards.
the guards outside.
Yes. Right now is a perfect time to go, as in 1.5 hours, the guards will rotate. And around this time, they are just dilly-dally, shilly-shallying.
Well, then we are going to move quickly. And if I remember correctly, there was a bit of a cliff hillside that had some trees on it. We were going to hide in, tie a rope off on with some fishing twine so that I could mage hand everything.
See if I can actually get a decent picture here.
And to remind the party, we have 2 nat 20s and 2 no nat 1s.
Yes. There it is. Okay, let's see if I can
Muchas
get
gracias.
this to work properly. Because my camera's a little off-centered. They are currently... Oh, God, way too far. The fact that there is such a delay, it's like, what do I do?
There you go, that's good.
Okay. Finger.
See, the
Finger.
trees on the lower left-hand corner, that's where we're headed.
Down.
This-
Down.
There, right? Down a little bit.
Okay, I give up. Latency is too bad. I can't. Like I'm playing like back in 1995.
Hello, Loxy.
Hi, Loxy.
Hey, Lexi!
What's up? If you players are ready, everything seems set and a go, and you can depart at your leisure.
Yep, I'm gonna make my way toward those trees. Whoever else is coming with me can come with.
Okay.
All right, I'm with you.
I suppose I'm with you. I don't want you to die.
What about you, Marcus? Are you sticking with us? Or are you gonna go play with the, stay here and play with the dolls?
I'd rather travel with you than play with dolls.
Okay.
I'd take that as a compliment.
Also, I believe if I stayed here, I might have issues with the wizard in the other room.
She'd no longer be a cleric, she'd be a rogue.
Yeah.
I am an anti-paladin. Everything must die. No, just kidding.
All right, so I'm gonna grab my rope and the fishing twine that I had tied to it, toss it in my back with the doll that's crawling around in there, and make my way to that itty bitty copse of trees over there across from the Wicker Goat.
All right. So you're going to go through the basement, up through that house in the slums, come out of it, and I need perception right away. Whoever is in the front.
That would not be me because I don't have dark vision.
It'll probably be
Probably me.
yeah, because he knows the rotation and whatnot.
Oh, perception is 16.
16?
Mm.
All right. As you come up from the stairs, a little bit creaky, but thanks to some mending power, they are fixed again. The guard that was there previous is not there. In fact, if you venture out a few steps forward, you will find out that there is currently no guards in the area. But you can see some torchlight further down the road to the left-hand side in which the way you are going.
I whisper back to my party what I see.
Well, then I say we stay to the shadows so they don't see us in the porch lights.
Pull my
Agreed.
cloak up over my head.
So we're gonna go skulking.
All right, going to go stalking. Are you going to take a nice leisurely pace? Or are you going to kind of Tom and Jerry it? Or are you just going to run to the shadows and bolt?
Probably a leisurely pace. We don't exactly want to attract any attention, and those who try to bolt and act all suspicious like have a tendency to draw said attention.
All right. I will say that in order for you to get there on foot at a leisurely place of staying in the shadows, it will take you roughly 30 minutes.
Lovely. I don't know if it begs to mention that I would be wearing the signet ring in case one of the guards decides to stop us. But we can be like,
Oh,
you know,
most definitely. The signet rings are going to be necessary so that we can get into the wicker goat too.
You're right.
All right. Alrighty. Going like crap already. This will be fun.
Mm.
So, as the dog goes psycho in the house. About
so much for trying to silence the dog. It's okay.
So the first 15 minutes of the trip, you'll get about halfway down to that crossroads. Of course, you're staying in the tree line, but just kind of give it a general gist. You looked at that map that I tried to do and failed at horribly. The torchlight, there seems to be 3 of them, and they are all traveling as a group, going from the crossroads up the road towards the Wicker Goat. And you folks are just a little bit to the north of them, hanging along in that tree line, about to get to the thicket of trees to where you could descend down.
I'd like to keep an eye on them as we get to the trees.
I need someone to roll me a perception as you continue on.
I got it. 24.
Jesus! I remember why now. Thank you.
I rolled a 17. I've been having a +7.
Plus 28, it's okay.
No, it's a +7. It's fine.
You happen to notice they seem to be erecting a watchtower as you are heading towards that tree line, and you look over to your right. In the marketplace, they are erecting a hastily made watchtower. It is not quite yet up to par. They've got about the second tier of it before they would have to, get to the third tier where the actual watchtower would be.
But tears right there.
Yes, there's also. How many tiers tall is that? 6. 6.
How many workers are around that? Are they building it right now, or have they stopped for the night?
They are actually working on it right now. And as you look with your elven eyes, you see that the people working on it seem to have collars and leads on them, as a guard is holding them with a weapon in his other hand, and they are going up, doing what they were instructed to do, coming back down, working, tying, pegging, trying to get this tower done.
Let's do something about this.
This tower, what's its construction? Wood or stone or a combination of both?
It is wooded.
How far away?
It would probably be about 200, or I'm sorry, not 200, my bad, 35 feet. Why did I say 200? 35 feet off the cliff as you would go down for 35 feet.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to find a nice quiet spot. And I'm going to bring out my favorite little toy, my mage hand. And I'm going to start using my invisible magic hand to pull out loose strips and things like that to make this tower much, much less stable.
Just don't kill the slaves.
All right. So, big win for me.
He doesn't
This is
build
going to
them,
require
just-
some concentration for you to tell the hand and kind of pull it on it. So you're going to have to stop to do this.
How many guards are there?
Right now, there is one on the ground that seems to have very long leads. So when they come down, it's just there's some slack, and then there's as they go up, it's like. There is one guard on the ground, one guard just a bit up from him. He's got a heavy crossbow, and then you have two guards on the second tier who are watching what they're doing. So you want to pull on some ropes and things and pegs to try to loosen it?
Yeah, and make it a little less stable. And I understand. Okay, so I have to stop. I'll just find a tree to sit next to in the dark.
Gotcha. Now, thankfully, those have torches so you can see the light that's around it, and Mage Hand is invisible for you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to roll me a percentile.
That would be 79.
Alright. Oh, dear God. Okay. I'm cursed already. You kind of just glide your hand and you're like, oh look, this peg isn't pegged in just yet. And your
Like
hand,
you're playing Jenga and trying to find the weakest tie.
That's exactly it.
you pull the peg out and the tower slants a little bit to the left-hand side. Immediately, the guards are like, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get that peg back in there! And two of the guards that are on that second tier immediately start running down because they think this thing's going to collapse. And they're yanking on the leads and whatnot and pointing their crossbows, and they're like, you get that peg in there right now! So one of the workers runs up with a wooden hammer, and he's just trying to get it back in.
The two in the upper tier
Well, not anymore.
have. Oh, where are they at right now?
They ran down as soon as they started feeling the thing wobble.
On the first floor or
Second tier.
second tier?
So they went
So
all the way down.
so there's a
off
ground
the
floor, a first tier, a second tier, and then the third tier would be the actual watchtower itself, but it's not built just yet.
How's it going, Plague State?
Hi, Plague.
What's up?
I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna try and find loose bits and start poking at them and make life difficult for them.
Gotcha. Roll me another percentile, if you would, please.
What direction are they facing, by the way?
The guards?
Yeah, are they facing
All their
towards
necks-
us?
Yeah. No. All their necks are bent up and looking away from you, because they don't want this watchtower to fall.
This might be our opportunity for us to get
I rolled a 91.
Oh dear. I rolled a 9. Your mage hand's doing some work again. And it's just like, oh, hey. And it starts yanking on this rope. And that same side that was leaning starts to list really hard. And the guard's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And
Thank you for the cheers.
workers.
Thank you for the cheers.
Thank you for the cheers.
Woo! The workers immediately start running down this as the second tier of the tower lifts to the point where it's almost the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And it stops promptly, supported by three three base-like logs that are holding it up right now. Huh? Supports. I'm looking for that word.
Can I see the insignias on these soldiers, like what their ranks are?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Too far out for that one. A little too dark as well.
Okay.
But they are now screaming and whooping and hollering. It is actually drawing some other guards from the areas that were on patrols to hit that over there to figure out what's going on.
All right, now I'm gonna do the capstone of this whole process.
Okay.
I'm going to call my familiar to me, and then I'm gonna cast invisibility on my familiar.
Okay.
Nice.
And
100 feet to play with.
and then I'm gonna have my familiar go and start pulling on some of the more difficult ropes and pegs.
Okay. While it's not attacking,
Nope.
it is pulling on things. So if it's going to pull on a rope and kind of just like fly away, or kind of, because it's got to grab its with its talons and then it's got to yank and whatnot, people are going to see that these ropes are being yanked upon.
Potentially.
Yes. So I'm going to have you roll a percentile one more time. Ooh.
That would be... Wow, I'm rolling good today. That would be an 86.
All right, you beat my 84.
Oh,
Except
that
for
was
my
close.
battleship. So your familiar is able to grab even more ropes, and it's doing it so quick that people aren't noticing that it's just and the second tier, which was supporting just a little bit of the stairway going up to the third tier, it just falls. It just which then hits the second tier's level, which then causes more weight to push on it, which then causes the tower to lean even harder as one of the supports starts to snap, and the guard is just like, "Get away!"
That would be the DM.
Huh?
The DM has an 11 from Krabby.
Ah,
Yeah, DM and M's is DM.
Okay.
After this event happens, I'm gonna look at my party and go, well, there's our distraction. Let's go to the wicked goat.
Question: being that it's made out of wood and all them torches and whatnot, is it starting to catch fire?
no. The torches were nowhere near the wood. They were just being held by guards or on posts near the outside of it.
Any close enough that could feasibly tip over and light the thing on fire?
Nope.
Okay.
It would take one hell of a work for that to happen, and unfortunately, it was not a miracle.
Okay.
But yes, the guards are being rallied. There is a bit of it's a slight alarm. It's not nothing like, "Oh my God, bring out your dead" kind of thing. But it is drawing some guards over there, as well as the guards that are on patrol. You can overhear them saying, "We need more workers. We need to get this back up before Prime Water notices." and it did make quite a bit of noise, but not nothing like ear shattering. You are now currently about 5 or so minutes away from your destination to slide down the hill if you so choose, or rappel down, I should say.
Well, first thing that we gotta do is tie off the rope. Hello there, Sunan Mahara.
What's up, Sune?
Yeah, Tsune.
I'm gonna tie off the rope and grab the fishing twine, toss it down the ledge so that we have something to grab onto, and then let us descend.
All right. Everyone, please give me an athletics as you are descending down. I'm sorry, acrobatics.
Acroletics?
Acroletics.
It is incredibly windy out there.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wow, I can actually feel that.
I don't know if that's good or not. Whatever. I'll choose to go last in case someone needs healing as I get down.
Everyone comes down and all of a sudden you just hear boom, boom, boom.
Well, I already know what my acrobatics is thanks to Krabby's 8.
Oh, really?
Ouch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a 19.
That's not a 19. Wait, it's still? Jesus.
I have 11 in acrobatics. I'm a war bard. Come on.
You just pull a piece of rock out of the ground and just surf your way down.
Legolas.
I still rolled better. I rolled a 21.
Holy.
Here,
Whoa.
you know what's sad is the fact that you had a scroll of Featherfall that you completely forgot about, but I was, it's already done.
Yeah, but,
This is cooler.
this is.
Tyr, you have absolutely no problem descending. Torlock?
I rolled 22.
You have absolutely no problem descending. In fact, you're just like, you just grab the rope and just pull over your shoulder and you're just like, and my favorite person,
13.
13.
Yep.
We're down there to catch her.
Yeah,
There we go.
you start just fine, and as you're going down, you lose your footing just a little bit. You scuff your knee, nothing bad, and you're like, okay. Head down, you get to that last little jog, and you don't see a certain rock, and you stub your toe. And then you get back up, and you're just like, everything hurts. I don't like this.
That looked like it hurt.
Thanks for your
You're right.
observation, Marcus.
But
And then
you're
I'll
not-
mage hand the rope back up.
Yes. All right. You have successfully rappelled down this cliffside, and 60 feet in front of you is the Wicker Goat with lights on, music playing, and
Time to go party.
yeah, generally, it looks like it's a place that's hopping, which is really weird because last time a certain someone was here, and picked up Ghana Sip Harper leads that he doesn't know about yet.
Negative.
There are 2 guards at the front entrance. There is no guards at the back entrance, which would be the kitchen. However, in order to go to the back entrance, you have to walk through a pig pen. That is not so clean.
No nat 1. And DM advantage and
Oh,
give nat
Jesus.
20.
Jesus.
Lexi. Holy cow.
Thank you, Lexi.
Just take it all.
We are up to 320s and 3-1.
No, don't fireball. Oh God, please. the pig.
Actually, with the Wicker Goat in the crosshairs, do fireball.
No, wait till we get inside. Wait till we get inside.
No, you're gonna methane the pigs. They're just gonna.
Just
Bacon
think of
everywhere.
all the bacon. And there it is.
We burn down the scum and villainy place, and then we also get bacon.
All right, this is gonna be the.
So the Saltmarsh version of Moss Eisley.
Right.
All right, here we go.
now I want to hear the music.
Unfortunately, it is not a 20.
The wicker goat lives another day.
I'm sure by the time you guys get your job done, you'll burn it to the ground like a certain mansion that you burned down in the forest.
No clue what
That
you're
was an
talking
accident.
about.
The wicker goat is premeditated.
No, I'm pretty sure someone threw a torch.
Yeah, but that wasn't quite premeditated. That was more of a, oh shit, here we go.
Whatever happens to the wicker goat is premeditated by me.
As you carried a corpse outside, you were just like, oh, don't need this anymore.
It was a funeral pyre.
Right, that's what it was. Exactly.
Sending him off.
That's what they're calling it now.
Sending him off like a true Viking that he was. Taking a dart to the neck that killed him.
Hey, Weekend Wolf is hosting us. Yay.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you, Weekend Wolf.
Weekend.
So yeah, we're going into the wicker goat.
All right.
Or at least I am.
back door.
I mean, we're all wearing
Whoa,
signet
whoa,
rings.
whoa.
Let's go in the front room.
Everybody look outside. It's doing
Yeah.
something nasty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
Yeah, it's like
Storm?
it's like snowing sideways.
It's snowing, but it's also the wind is taking it and doing this number.
Snow's actually circling. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Lizard.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know that I would call this a blizzard. This is weird.
It's April. Why are
Because it's April and we live in Minnesota. There you go.
we might have to move our cars?
No, I don't think it'll stay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, back to the game. Front door it is, and apparently.
Yep.
All right, your paddle. Wow.
Mm.
Your party gets to the front door, and one of the guards stops you immediately with his hand out. What are you doing here so late?
There's a party going on.
It is a tavern, is it not? Besides, I have a room here.
You have a room here.
I check your roster. I was here a couple nights ago.
He actually pulls out a piece of paper, pulls up his list, and he goes, "Name."
Morcus.
He looks down the list, grabs a piece of paper, wraps it up, sticks it in his back pocket.
He went over his shoulder to go into his back pocket.
It's a really big list.
Big list. Then he goes, "One moment." He turns around, goes inside, disappears for a couple of minutes or so, and the other guard's just standing there just like Wizard of Oz.
Oh, wee, oh.
He's not saying a word, he's just staring at you with his spear in hand. And it takes all of about 2 minutes before someone roll me perception real quick.
My turn.
Okay.
I rolled a 13.
13. You hear the pitter-patter of feet and slop as you see a somewhat skinny man go darting out the pig pen and start running towards the location of where some guards would be posted.
Well, this might get interesting.
And the guard that's watching you guys has still got his spear just like this, not saying a word. The other guy hasn't returned, and it's been about 4 minutes now. The person that's running, Tyr, you can now make out a shape that's heading down the road, but is going to disappear since you don't have dark vision.
So what appears to be the trouble?
The guard is not saying anything. and the other guard has not returned yet.
Well, it's a very long wait to be let in to go get a drink and some food.
I know I'm starving out here. Also, Torlock, you see these guards. What ranks are they?
Good question.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Torlock, what ranks are they?
Oh, these guards don't have ranks.
Torlock, isn't that strange for guards don't have ranks?
It is indeed.
The guard is still just staring at you with the spear in hand.
How long you been a guard for?
The guard is still continuing to stare at you, spear in hand.
If you're dumb, don't say anything.
The guard continues to stare at you, spear in hand.
Well, guys, he's terminally dumb.
Yep, it appears so. I'm going to walk around the side of the building, as most of these buildings have more than one entrance.
Yes, they have the back entrance, which would, in order to get to the back entrance, you have to walk through a pig pen.
What about going the other direction?
If you walk around the other side, you can find a window in which you could. Hello, CNC.
Hey, ZNZ!
You could find
buddy.
a window that you could probably crawl in. However, people would notice you crawling into this window fairly quickly.
Well, I'm not looking to crawl through a window. I'm looking to go around the building without going through slop.
The door in which you would have to walk through is located off to the side of the back entrance, and the pig pen goes out and around and through. So you're going to have to walk through the pig pen just a little bit still, no matter what you do.
That's okay. I just want to make it as little as possible.
Just use your mage hand and make a little path through the slop or something.
No, I'll just use prestidigitation and clean my feet off.
Well, as Tyr, you start venturing out towards that way, the guard with the spear points it at you, and he says, "Do not move."
Okay. I'm
We've
going to
been
keep
standing
moving.
here for a while. Can we get?
I'm going to
this
keep
going?
walking.
Roll initiative.
Thank goodness I don't have to use Krabby's cursed 8.
Right.
All right.
9. Okay.
Don't forget, if you haven't used it, you still have 11 10 hit points.
Oh, 11?
If I do 11 now.
Yay!
All right.
Too late, Krabby. I already rolled initiative. I'll take that anyway.
I appreciate it, Krabby. As long as whoever knows who it is knows who it is, that's fine. I don't understand Krabby speak, I guess.
Okay.
It's a very particular dialect.
Yup.
Pyro, fire, gasoline, burn.
All right.
Is that a variation of Infernal?
Yeah. It's crab.
Infamous.
It's crabfernal.
Crab Pearl.
Crab for bizzle?
I like that.
It's crab for rizzle.
All right.
Also, oh no, Krabby died in the raid. Oh no.
Let's see here. Ooh, wow. Okay. And I still have that 11 that I have to use. Sad face.
Technically, it's for a DM roll, but I think you might be a little bit too late for that.
Yes. All right. Initiative, please. Torlock.
9.
Oof.
I could
Arcus.
redeem it though, so do a roll d20. It goes to DM's next roll. My initiative is 23.
Jesus. Calm down there. Tyr.
4.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Ariel?
Oh dear.
13.
No crabby.
Alright.
Boo is just being a jerk to both of us today.
I am forever sad.
What?
Okay.
Something happened earlier.
So, Marcus, you are first to go, and the guard looks like he is about to take his spear into Tyr's back as he's walking away. Alright. 13 and a 1. Got it. Marcus.
Yes, I know. I'm looking at something.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I need a description of the battle because it depends on what spell I'm going to use.
Okay, you are standing in front of a guard who is about 5 feet away from stabbing Tyr in the back. You are at the front entrance of a tavern, very shoddy-looking tavern that has those shutters pretty much to enter. There is lights and music going on in the tavern, and if you were to look inside, you can see people sitting down at tables drinking. There are barmaids that are handing out some drinks, and that guard that went into the tavern is nowhere in sight.
Okay, so there's 1 or 2 in front of us.
There's one guard.
Okay, great. Then sleep.
Okay, cast sleep.
Welcome, Firemouth.
Hey, fireman.
Oh wow. I call hacks.
So 5d8 makes 31.
Holy crap.
The guard goes, huh!
And I say, not so fast.
Are we out of initiative now?
I look around because now I've committed a heinous crime.
We're going to keep your initiative just for now.
Okay.
But that guard does promptly fall on his back outside. Slop kind of hits the wet ground. Okay, maybe not that sound effect, but maybe he landed and farted, something like that. But he is gone to the wind and currently asleep. What would you like to do? I will have.
Are you done
who's
with
the next? Yes, the next person to go would be Ariel. Am I
Okay.
pronouncing your name right? I'm just making sure.
I still had bonus and movement.
I was gonna say, but I was
Hang
gonna
on.
say that's why I asked if Marcus is done with this turn.
Say your name again. I'm sorry.
Auriel.
Ariel.
Yes.
Okay, I was saying it wrong. I also can't really speak that well. So, yes. What would you like to do with your movement?
Nothing, but for my bonus, I will give Auriel inspiration. You can do the thing.
As
I
she.
don't know what the thing is. What I don't know what you're talking
It's bardic inspiration, and it's Valor Bard, so it's quite a lot.
Okay.
I
So
was-
far,
I guess I get to explain this.
no one seems to be paying attention to the guard that was outside that just kind of was near the door entrance and just went.
Okay, Ariel, so you can use a D8 for like 5 things. Do you want to jot it down real quick?
about. Yeah, one moment. Stand by. Okay, go.
You can use a D8 to an ability check, to a roll to hit, to a saving throw. You can add it as damage on a successful hit, or you can add it to your AC as a reaction.
Okay. I would like to pull the guard around the corner of the building to the window, like if we're looking at the building, to the right, away from the road, which I assume is to the left. around the corner and drag him to be propped up, sleeping there.
She's gonna weekend at Bernie's him.
Yes, gotcha. Give me a strength check. Anyone else who wants to assist, you may have, or she can have advantage on it.
Yep, well, it's just. By the way, any of us carrying a little bit of inebriation?
At the moment, no.
Inebriation, I might be.
No.
I drink for a
Can
living.
I take him on the nat 20?
Take it.
Doing it.
2 more.
All right. She Enoch chucked. Okay, I can't say that. That's the wrong. She grabs. She just, without any effort at all, just grabs this guy by the cuff like she has disciplined some child and previous, and just.
Yeah, sorry, Torluck, I'm out for now.
Gotcha.
Perfectly just place it right up against where she wants to, and you are now free to go inside the tavern if you so choose.
And yes, we are going to enter the tavern.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Now, as I have described where we go in the past, or at least a certain someone who has recognized this place, this is the most shoddiest of taverns. It has holes that are fist size in the walls that you could clearly see outside, or things could get into. Excuse me, I'm about to cough. You need some water. All right. There are roughly 8 table lengths of room in this place. There are multiple chairs sitting around it. If you think any old style of tavern, that is what this place is, except for you can clearly see there is rat feces on the floor. Tables are not being cleaned up like a overcrowded Applebee's.
Yummy.
There is old food that they're serving to people, and people are just like,
So it's
they're
a
pretty
greasy
smashed
spoon.
on
It's
a
more
level of
grease than it is spoon.
one person is showing off his jar of dirt. Other people are showing off,
I'll go Jordan.
are playing card games. There are some dice games going on, and
I am looking for a table with coins.
table with coins.
Yeah, any games being played with coins.
Dice is the closest one to you.
Okay, I join the table.
Okay, so you just sit down next to these 3 guys who are playing dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna play.
They look at you and they go, "Don't I know you from somewhere?"
Probably not.
And he gives a good long pause. And because he rolled a 2, oh wait, I'm sorry, I have to take the next roll, which was a
1.
A 1. He looks at you and goes, "Are you my brother?"
That's me. Welcome back, brother.
"Brother!" And he takes his arm and wraps it around you, and he is like, "A bartender, give me a couple of whatever that shite stuff you're serving." And the bartender just goes, and he starts pouring some drinks. What is the other party doing?
I'm going to mill about the crowd and listen for any clues on who might be able to get us in the basement.
All right, give me a perception.
Listen for.
If anyone else wants to give perceptions, go right ahead.
I'm going to stand by a window and look out kind of surreptitiously and see if there's any company that's going to be coming our way. Ooh, nice.
I got an 18.
Perceptions, whatever.
Yeah, there we go. I like that.
Okay. With the 19, you can scan about the room, and you notice that the guard that was outside is no longer present on the first floor. Secondly, the kitchen door is located actually behind the bar. Thirdly, there is a second floor that is off to your left-hand side, and the staircase descends up in kind of this manner, so you have to go up and around and up it. There are rooms above you. There is sounds of scandalous things going on above you, to the point where there is a little bit of dust hitting from the ceiling down. But there is no indication of a cellar, at least in the open area of the tavern.
And part of what I'm doing is listening. I want to see if anybody starts talking about things that might be interesting about this place.
Okay. Right now, it is mostly about the coup, about if there's going to be work. Then someone chimes in that, oh yeah, they're reopening the port. We're gonna go out there and get us some fish finally. Another conversation about how they don't seem to be serving bread anymore. And if you folks remember that the granary has been posted as being very low. And then, let's see if I can be nice. Nope, that's it.
Okay. So
What are you folks doing?
I'm also going to walk around and see if the floor feels any different.
Oh, the floor. Okay. Well, as you're walking through this place, the floor feels different almost every other step because it is. You take a few steps, you walk around this table, and you notice that there's just no wood anymore. It's just dirt.
Okay, and I'm that's my goal. Is I'm going to walk around and I'm going to casually inspect everything to see if there might be a hint as to where we need to go next.
Gotcha. Right. Let's see if anyone else is doing anything else. Hit up Marcus, Ariel, TR, Trolloc. I know what Marcus is doing. I'm sorry, I should take that back.
I was looking at the window surreptitious like, and I got a 22 to my perception on that one, just to make sure that we weren't going to have some company, so to speak.
Yes. As of right now, it doesn't seem like any activity seems suspicious on the outside. And you could actually open the window and stick your head out it and see if anyone's kind of looking around. But you can see the torchlights from patrolling guards, and they seem to be continuing at their normal, kind of just their normal pace. You, however, do hear a conversation that is quite interesting. You hear something about a monster that was spotted outside of town. Someone, a patrol, one of the guards that's sitting there, said something about a patrol that as they were coming back to town, they saw this swampy-like creature heading towards Saltmarsh, but it disappeared into the ocean, the sea, I should say, not the ocean, the sea.
Well, I'll wait to tell my party members until we get all together and whatnot.
Greetings. Greetings. When I say greetings, I don't know. Can you come in? Water bottle, please. Thank you. Ariel.
I got a nat 20, so 27. And I would like to be listening for different conversations about similar things, or talk of the cellar here, or something about the dolls at all.
You're going to hear two pieces of information with that 27. One, you found out that the girl's name upstairs that is having fun. And secondly, the information you're going to hear about how a tiefling child was delivering dolls that was quote unquote from Galen Primewater to ease tensions.
so a lot of it is information I already know.
Well, sorry, I needed some H2O to continue. The fact that these dolls were said they were given by Prime Water has eased quite a few. This guy is talking about how he works for a nobleman that has been, of course, is practically on house arrest. That these dolls seem to have lifelike qualities. Like he is impressed about how these dolls look so lifelike, and sometimes he said that they almost look like they're breathing. But any information past that is what your party has heard.
So to clarify, they've been given to this person from Galen Primewater, or given to Galen Primewater from the Tiefling Child?
The Tiefling Child has given these dolls in the name of Galen Primewater. As in, they are gifts from him.
Understood. And the woman's name upstairs? I heard.
Oh yeah, some guy is moaning her name. She's calling her Lawanda.
All right. Interesting.
That's what you get for a nat 20. Take it.
Awkward.
You hear things that you don't want to hear.
Nope.
Yep. All right.
And that's what you get.
Too much H2O, apparently. Tier, as you're making your way around, and Marcus is currently away, but he's playing dice with his fellows. You get to the bartender. Man.
You're supposed to drink the water, not breathe it in.
I don't talk this much very often at all, so my voice is like, what? Tier, you get to the bartender.
Yeah.
You have made your way around to him.
Yeah.
He has given the drinks that Marcus has ordered to the barmaiden, and she is currently on the way to deliver those with jugs in tow, if you get my drift.
So many
Jugs
ways.
and takers and things, oh my!
All right. So I'm gonna sit at the stool in front of the bar, place my hand on the bar that has the signet ring on it, and call the bartender over for a drink.
All right. The bartender, after he finishes giving a couple more drinks out to guests that are around the area. And as I said, this place is pretty lively. It's a decent amount of people in here. He steps over to you and he goes, looks down at the ring, looks back up to you. What?
I'd like a drink, sir.
What do you want?
Just an ale.
I have many ales. What's your preference?
Preferably something top shelf that doesn't taste like piss water.
You're in the wrong place for that. But I can help you. And he turns around, grabs a bottle from the top shelf, pulls it, opens it, tanker, pours it in, corks it, puts it back on the top shelf, and he looks and he goes, that came from the top shelf.
I see that. Thank you.
And he nods. He nods and he starts slowly walking away, and of course looks back at you when you start speaking again.
I'd like to ask you a bit of a question.
Yes.
How safe is it for us to get down in the tunnels? And I'm asking this quietly so it's not echoing and resounding across the floor.
And he looks at you and he goes, you're free to do about your business. And starts walking away.
Awesome. So I'm going to take and grab my mug and start walking back towards the kitchen.
He does not stop you in the slightest. And when you get to the kitchen, or you kind of have to grab a divider, flip it up, walk through. You get to the kitchen, and it takes you all of 3 feet in to see that there is indeed a cellar, and both the doors are wide open.
Awesome. I'm going to poke my head around the corner and see if I can catch somebody's eye, Torlock, Oriel, or Marcus.
Anyone looking? Hit me up.
Yep. I'll be looking.
Okay.
I'm just going to make a very casual gesture, flicking my fingers, come here.
Torlock, you can peek outside real quick and see that there's still no one in the immediate area coming for you. Marcus, you seem to be having a good time with the dice. In fact, I would like you to roll me 2d6. I beat you with the 7. That's 2 gold.
I rolled a 16.
Are you bluffing?
Yeah, I'm persuading.
Okay, no, okay, yes. Roll me a d20.
That would be a 24 persuasion.
Oh god, yeah, he's beyond before you... How'd you roll a 16 on 2 dice?
It's simple. You just can't add it right now. You're too drunk.
Oh. Okay, and he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out and he puts 2 silver coins on the table.
Oh, thank you.
I suck at this game.
Yeah, but we all have bad days.
I'm gonna go see if Lawanda's busy. And
Sure you don't need these 2 silver for that?
Oh god. He goes to get up from the table, and I need you to roll me in acrobatics.
That would be a 22.
You are quick enough to, real quick, as his hand goes, and he just straight up 45-degree angles right into the floor. He is significantly trashed and also now unconscious.
Passed out
As
drunk.
he rolled a 1. Because my dice love me today. The other guys are just absolutely they're just laughing and having a good old time. As this happens, you can catch Tyr kind of, come to me, child.
I'm gonna say that I'm not paying attention to Tyr and watching Marcus's dice game.
If Oriel's nearby, I'm going to speak in her directly.
And what are you going to speak?
So you're pretty good at dancing. I'm pretty good at playing music. You could do
No.
No, come on, it would be great.
No.
Could both
No.
make some money.
Perhaps another time.
And I look at you sincerely, and you're looking at me in the eyes, and I say another time for the wicked goat.
I think you'd like to do this another time for distraction purposes.
Okay, maybe. Hey, are you a good fire dancer?
We shall see. I shall have to borrow some garments from our friend.
Start dancing with the fire, and I say, now enemies throw 'em.
Did you happen to drink from those tankards that were delivered to you, Marcus?
Yes, because vice is my idea.
Give me a con save.
What is up, Banana Hammock?
13.
Hey, Manama.
You
Hello.
are, from your previous endeavors of drinking heavily,
Thank you
are
for the
able
choose
to
poison.
You are able to stomach the contents of this tankard, but oh my lord, is it nasty.
Oh, what kind of shit are you drinking?
Well, I mean, you could put 2 and 2 together and think pig pens outside, and there's a tankard, and the town's kind of in disarray. So what do you
Is
think?
this literal pig?
And the
Are you
guy-
guys that desperate? You're drinking literal pig urine.
The 2 guys that are standing next to you, they start just absolutely losing it, and they're like, "It's good for you. I hear something called taurine."
Oh, you guys disgust me. I'll throw it on the ground. I'll just knock it over and let it seep up.
Do it on the ground.
You notice that as this contents come out of the tankard, they are indeed yellow and brown.
Oh. Oh. This is the second time this place has done me wrong.
Perhaps your vice needs to be put in check there, Marcus, so that you don't drink what is put in front of you.
He's never gonna drink again.
That ain't happening. It's gonna take more than a figure to stop.
It's going to go to the sea and just like, Finkel is Einhorn. I am Finkel.
That's so
I yell out to the barkeep, do you have anything other than pig urine around here? Or is it that bad?
And he just looks at you and he goes, I got something from the top shelf.
Is it top shelf pig urine?
Maybe.
You gotta be.
It's distilled.
He grabs one of the bottles that was not given to Tyr and sets it down, pops it up, and he goes, that'll be 3 silver.
It's on this guy's tab. I point at my brother.
Brother.
He shrugs and just pours the tankard. Now, the liquid that comes out of this one is actually a hint of grape-ish color.
Like
Purple.
LaCroix level hint of grape.
Yes.
Oh, a hint of burp of grape.
Yeah. It actually fizzes a little bit, too. Puts it back down, sets it up,
At least it's not yellow.
and he does this motion.
I come over and grab it.
All right.
I say it's on this. It's on brother's tab.
And he looks at you and he goes, yeah. And he goes off to go help other people. You may attempt to drink this liquid substance.
Oh, that's a con save of 22.
It's love.
This is much better than pig urine.
What a refreshing twist.
But it is still nothing compared to like what you were served at the Mariners Guild.
This place sucks.
Holy smokes.
What's up?
Everybody died except for Aurora.
Maybe it was sabotage.
She
Oh
was
look, I'm the only survivor. I get all the money.
all 400.
she served in the pig urine. All right.
That's so gross.
You folks are all pretty much around the bar now, and you can follow Tyr to the back as Tyr is now doing.
I'm waiting for them by the entrance to the cellar.
All right. The chef that's in there is paying you absolutely no mind. She is serving up what food it is, and unfortunately, as she's serving the food, you can definitely see that there's just some rats nibbling away at what she's serving.
Well, at least you got company back here.
And she turns to you, and she smiles with her 3 teeth, and she goes, "Hey, Papa!" You folks are going to be going your turn now. I take it.
Yep.
All right. Well, as you get to the cellar doors, they lead straight down into a tunnel, and this tunnel is well lit.
Hey, Rain.
Hey, Rain.
Hello.
Pretty great. The stairs take you down about 10 feet. Anyone who is, I would say, close to 8 feet tall, you're going to have to do kind of this motion, as these tunnels are not perfectly carved out. There is some stalactites. What do we put that? Stalactites, stalagmites? Rocks that are sticking. Yes. Mm-hmm. There are some rocks that stick out just a little bit, so you might have to kind of. But the tunnel, you can see it clearly goes in the direction towards the center of town, and they go on. And there is torchlight all the way down it. Torchlight, lanterns. I keep forgetting that word.
Braziers?
Braziers, yeah, okay, sorry. For some reason, I just exploded my head. And as of right now, you can just see that down this tunnel, there doesn't seem to be anyone walking to or from, but it just stretches and stretches and stretches.
So who's leading this charge?
I guess I'll be in front.
I'll be right behind him.
All right, we got Torlock, then Tyr. Who else?
Are
Who's
you
next?
making up the rear as you usually do, Mark? What shall I do?
Sure. Oh, sure. Whatever. I'll put you back. Sorry, I'm still stuck on pig urine.
I'll be right back.
All right, I'll be behind. I'll be behind. Two.
Gotcha. Now, these tunnels, they're a more direct way to certain places. If you were to take the normal way from the Wicker Goat down to the marketplace, is what you usually run into. You have to go all the way down and around, and then you would hit the marketplace. This tunnel goes straight, and you would hit the edge of the marketplace within just a few minutes of walking, if there was a way at least up. As you are descending down these tunnels, the pathing on these tunnels is pretty smooth. Just that occasional rock you have to kind of dodge. The walls seem to be smoothed out as well. They do have some type of wooden supports. And the tunnel, if you're very careful, you could probably get 2 people wide.
And it was like 8 feet tall again? Is that right? Or
Yes.
okay.
It takes you just a couple of minutes, and as you are walking in these tunnels, it divides into a right path and a left path. Now, I'll give the party a bit of a refresher because it was kind of a weird session last time. You do have a map that the tiefling child gave you.
Yep. Let us consult said map. Which way to the guy I gotta kill?
All right. You know that if you would go to the right, that would take you to the other end of the marketplace, as well as there's a little bit of an X that shows says entry. On the left-hand side, that would take you actually heading towards out of town. And it looks like it's a point in which would go through a decent size hill, but it's would almost look like it's an entry point into town through these tunnels that you don't go through the guard entrance. Keep going straight. You're going to run into another set of right and left tunnels. The one on the right is the one that you're aiming for. It is an entry just shy of the lackey's house that you're looking for. And then the one that would lead you to the left-hand side actually leads you to Eva's house. Ava. Ava's next, sorry. Not Eva.
Alright.
And that still continues on.
I want to take the shortest route to this person's house that has the doll we have to abscond with.
Gotcha. Alright. As you continue up to the second set of crossroads, put it that way, there is a man coming down the right-hand side in which the way you need to go. And he is a man wearing... my bad. 1 second as I go retrieve my dice. He is a man cladded in armor. He has a shield and a rapier on his side. And he is walking towards you. Not at a fast pace or anything. And he gets about 10 to 15 in front of you and he goes, I don't recognize you.
That's funny, I don't recognize you either.
He looks right down at your hand. Okay. He goes, you knew?
Relatively. What about you?
He kind of looks at you, shrugs, and he goes, who initiated you?
What was his name? Can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Schmidt.
I initiated him.
And he looks over to Tyr and he goes,
Who initiated you?
exactly. He goes, who initiated you?
I did.
No, stop
And
it.
he pulls out his rapier and he goes, the next answer better be a right name.
The four of us came on the ship just before the coup started. I've been undercover trying to get recruits. The last thing I did was get into a fight with Ava to put her off so that Prime Water could do this coup before she had the chance to get her head on straight.
What's your name?
Tyr Scadwell, you don't recognize me? I've been in this town for most of my life.
And he goes, I don't deal with riffraff. And he takes his rapier and puts it back in. He goes, well, and he kind of pauses for a minute, he thinks about it, and he goes, wait a minute. You said your name is Tyr.
Yes, Tyr Scadwell.
Did you happen to be in the Mariners Guild?
Yeah, I spent some time there. It was my way of taking cover.
And he thinks
How
about
else do you think
again
it
and
was so
goes-
easy to infiltrate the Mariners Guild?
He looks at you and he goes, do you know where Lily is?
No, because the coup started while I was out of town. I couldn't keep track of her and her family so that we could keep the kids under control.
All right. And he nods and he makes passage so he could pass to you guys on the left-hand side, and then he starts heading towards the tunnel that would lead to the Wicker Goat.
Oh, real quick, Oreo. Did you let us know about the giant plant creature?
I would have. Well, that wasn't me though.
Yeah, I would have let you guys know as soon as we were
Sorry, I thought
heading down the tunnel.
I would have let you know about the doll's situation of them being given from the child on Galen Primewater's behalf.
Right. So as we pass by him, real quick, what word do you have on a giant plant creature? We kind of tried to track it down, but lost it on our way back here.
No, that thing. Someone said a few miles out of town right before the sea meets the cliff, someone saw a swampish creature go into the water, and it walked into it.
Okay.
From there, we don't know what happened to it.
Okay. Thank you. I haven't had the chance to get to tell Prime Water about it yet.
He goes, I wouldn't speak to Prime Water right now. He's pretty pissed.
Fair enough. Granted, he's got a lot on his plate anyhow.
Yeah, that watchtower didn't quite help things. And he starts walking away.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yep. Let's keep moving.
All right. So this tunnel is going to spit you out of a house in which you will descend up through a cellar.
Descend up.
Yes, descend up. Sorry. Ascend up.
I'd rather ascend down.
I'm going to send you upside the head.
Just don't vacillate about it.
What is your name?
What is your quest?
What is your favorite color?
I knew that was going to go into that. In which you can walk out, and you will be roughly 30 feet away from the back end side of the house.
Oh, wonderful. We're here. Now, from what I understand, the living doll is in a room locked up, so we're gonna have to figure out how to get to that room. I figure we scope out the building real quick.
I concur.
Yes.
Yes.
I take it you all are outside now?
Yes.
I assume we made our way up and now.
Yep.
Okay. You can easily tell whose house is whose, as this house is decently bigger than those around. It is a 3-story house. There are very few lights lit in this house. There is no fencing around it. There is a bit of a hedge that would block off view from almost like the living room, dining room area. You okay? Yeah. Okay. But knowing how most houses are constructed, there's usually a back entrance, a front entrance, and possibly a wine cellar entrance.
Wine cellar entrance? Should we try that?
Well, I want to check out the windows and see what we can see inside, so I'm going to go for a walk up to the house.
All right. Right now there doesn't seem to be any guards patrolling. There doesn't seem to be any guards patrolling this place at all.
Thank you for the follow, Bone Shooter.
Thank
Thank
you. If you peek inside a window, the first window you're going to come up to would be, but wouldn't be obscured by hedges and whatnot. Would be almost the kitchen. It's a little side window that they open up to get some fresh air, let baked goods breathe, kind of thing. And I need you to roll me a stealth.
All of us, or just?
Just him.
Okay.
Head in the way.
That would be an 11.
And 11. As you approach this window, the window does seem like it's split open just a little bit, so you could weasel some fingers in there and kind of open it up, get it like a little bit of a better view. It is quite dark in here. There is a lantern that is lit, sitting on one of the working tables where they would prepare meats, fruits, things of that order. It doesn't seem like there's any staff around, and this kitchen has a back door that you could get into on the left-hand side of the house.
Alright, I'm not gonna mess with anything right now. I'm literally just scoping the place out.
Gotcha. That is what you see inside. The rest of the party, are you making your way?
What lights are on in the house?
Right now, there is a lantern light coming from the living room. There is a lantern light on the second floor, facing the way that you are currently near the house. There is also a lantern light that seems to be moving, or was moving as you popped out, that was going from the right side of the house on the third floor and dimmed away and disappeared as it was going into the house further.
So are there, besides the obvious one that's dimmed out at the moment, are there any windows that are not lit?
Oh, there's plenty of windows that are not lit. There is 2 more windows off to the side of the house. It looks like the kitchen. There is another room to the left-hand side of it, maybe like a pantry or a storage from where you can gather from the size. There's 2 windows that lead into that, and both of them look pretty secured.
That might be a good point of entry.
Probably should
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
look for all of our entrances.
Gotcha.
All right.
And it doesn't take you long to scoot along that side of that wall of the house, and the windows are indeed locked and secured. You would have to break into them by either breaking the window or having a set of thieves' tools to kind of pry it open and see if you can get enough lift on it to where the window would just plop out.
Oofta.
Like I said, Tyr did see that if you would continue to the back side of the house, there is a door into the kitchen, and as I said, most houses of this wealth do have a wine cellar.
I was gonna say I would like to see if I can find the door to the wine cellar. There should be one entrance
Wine sounds good.
outside. Of course, wine sounds good to you.
Oh dear God, he's gonna get sloshed before you guys headed out.
That's why they call it liquid courage.
Do you want me to roll something, perception or stealth or?
Look, I promise I'll just put it in my bag for now and we'll drink it later.
You have dark vision, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
If you were to go around the back side of the house, roll me a perception. If you don't want to continue back side of the house, don't roll me a perception.
I mean, okay, if I go from the front of the house, go around to the right, since it seems like most everyone else has gone around to the left.
You
Go
actually
around
are
to
on
the
the
right.
You are actually on the left side of the house right now.
Oh, we are on the left. Okay.
Yes.
So, I rolled a 19. So
19. As you poke around the corner and use your elfin eyes, you do indeed see a doorway that does have a lantern hanging off this side of it. It is not currently lit. That a door could be used to go right into the house. Oh, and there is, further down, almost towards the center of it, a wine cellar. It looks shut.
I'd like to go over to it and see if it's locked.
All right. About 30 feet past the door, you don't hear anyone moving around. And as you look at the wine cellar doors, they are secured by a padlock.
Alright, I'll head back into the shadows over by the hedge.
Hey, Tyr, don't you have that one opening spell?
Yeah.
You want to open it?
Well, I want to exhaust the fact that she might not be in the house proper before we start digging down in the cellar.
But wine cellar.
He's got one thing on his mind.
Just
To
because
get
you
that
drank
pig urine
piss
out of his mouth.
in the Wicked Goat doesn't mean that we need to go wine cellar hopping.
We can get some wine after this is done.
If you promise.
I will do my best to get you some wine when we're done.
All right.
All right. Past the wine cellar, you are going to see what's like a study. If you continue on, and that will lead you towards the right side of the house, the back end of the right side of the house. There is a gazebo. But
shoot
no one
it.
is currently using it.
You're welcome.
It's an ongoing joke of ours.
So what would you like to do? You are currently on the back side of this house. You have the kitchen entry, the wine cell entry, or you continue on to the right side of the house, which would be the back end right side of the house.
Yeah, I want to keep walking around and peeking in windows.
All right, please, all of you, roll me a stealth check.
Oh, good tonight.
Not bad, I guess. I guess I could roll worse.
70, 80, 90, 21.
All right, 21 for Torlock. Next.
21.
Call names, not next.
Oh, it's here.
I rolled a 19 this time.
Marcus.
23.
Ariel.
15.
All right. You all
Not a very
successfully
stealthy roll.
start sneaking on the back side of this house when you hear a bit of a chain rattle.
Where?
About 10 feet away from the gazebo, there seems to be 2 dogs, and they are sniffing the air. Oh, stream by? Nope, okay, we're good.
No.
We're set.
No, we're okay.
I'm not going to worry about him at the moment.
All right. These 2 look like black Danes. Almost, you could say they're double Danes.
Double Dane.
Yeah.
Double games.
Is there a bunch of like cards and dice and board games near them?
There's a bunch of chew toys, bones, and frisbees. Who said frisbees? Whose dog loves frisbees?
You had plastic frisbees.
Not plastic.
No, wooden. They would have been made of wood.
They don't fly so well, and they hurt like heck when you get hit by them.
So a boomerang.
I got it. That's how Tiny Tim became One-Eyed Willie.
Ow.
You get to the
Tackle frisbee. Ouch.
You get to the study, and who is peeking into the window?
I am.
Tyr, give me a perception.
You've got those special eyes. Put them to work.
Roll a perception.
Yes.
That would be a 19.
All right. As you look into this window, you notice this window is indeed locked, and there seems to be someone inside reading a book. He's got a lantern to the right of him. He's sitting at a desk in a chair. There's a fireplace going, and he seems very immersed in whatever he's doing.
Hi, Grouch Couch, and also yes, we are.
Hey, Grouch Couch.
Hello, Crash Couch.
What is up, Turkey? Does the person that I'm looking at appear to be male?
Indeed.
Awesome. I'm gonna do the one thing that I shouldn't do. Wait, is the window open?
The window is securely locked.
Alright. That's not gonna work. Okay. Now, this room, where is that in respect to the doors that we saw?
If you try to image it, you would go through the kitchen, then you would take the left-hand entrance out of the kitchen. You would have to walk a little bit, and then there would be the study entrance.
Okay, so the front door, would that be farthest away?
Yes.
The cellar door?
The cellar door would actually come close running into the rightmost part of this study.
Okay, perfect. At this point in time, I'm going to, Oriel, come here. Do you see anybody in this room other than the guy?
I'll look. You want me to roll perception?
Perception.
22.
22. There is no one else in this room.
I'm gonna shake my head without, like, I don't need to say anything.
All right, so time to break in.
Should we find some place that's less with people?
Thank you for the donation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Booze.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Very, very kind of you.
So yeah, I'm just gonna flag him down and walk towards the kitchen door.
Alright.
All right. The kitchen door is locked.
Not for long. I'm going to do that one thing that was mentioned earlier by Marcus and knock.
All right. You cast knock on the door, and the door.
Oh, now you want to use the spell where there's no alcohol involved.
I said I would help you after the fact.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm gonna need a drink too.
Silently creaks open, opening to the inside.
Alright, and we are on the main floor, and there's 2 floors above us.
Correct. On the
All right.
towards the right side of the house. Back side. Right
I
back.
think I'm gonna do the one thing that every single DM hates. We're gonna split up.
Okay, I thought you was gonna cast Shatter, and I was gonna be like, so what happened last time?
I'm gonna send Fred and Daphne to the 3rd floor, and I'm gonna go with Scooby.
I take it Fred and Daphne is Marcus and Ariel, right? Totally, right? Because
name is
Torlock
not-
would be Scooby at this point.
I don't know. Marcus and Jared have been inseparable partners just recently, so.
What do you mean insufferable?
No, because he would go find some.
Inseparable.
Oh, inseparable. Sorry. I just thought you said insufferable.
No, but
Both of the adjectives work fine for me.
I meant inseparable, but you're welcome to take it however you want.
The problem with Marcus is he would go find some boozy snacks, and then you would never seen him again.
Right?
I'm just playing this thing, the character.
So,
Oh, actually, speaking of Marcus, when the kitchen door does open, you do happen to notice there is 2 or 3 wine bottles sitting on the counter.
I walk immediately over
Some
to
cooking
them.
wine.
You
Oh.
open them up, sniff them. One of them is cooking wine.
great, sherry. Awesome.
Any ship in a store, any port in a storm.
And then the other 2 bottles that you pop open and sniff, oh yeah, that is the good stuff.
And this ship goes to port. I gently throw the cooking wine, and I take one of the nice ones.
Okay. By throw, you're going to move it.
I gently throw and place it.
Okay. Gotcha. You now have 2 bottles of Munshamala. It's just some alcohol I made, which is super fancy wine of oh yeah.
Alright.
On a scale of pig urine to oh, this is an oh yeah.
Is there any higher end alcohol in here?
No, that is what is currently available.
Just wait. We're gonna go into the basement eventually if Tyr isn't lying to me again.
Why do I have a feeling this is going to be like a scene from Arachnophobia? Let's burn the house down, but we're going to go to the wine cellar too.
Why not? So yeah, I'm gonna send Torlock and Oriel up to the 3rd floor, and I'm gonna bring Marcus with me to the 2nd.
Okay.
All right.
It was given that there did seem to be a wandering light.
Up on the
But-
third floor, yep.
That's all right. We can take care of that just fine.
Gotcha. So we're going to do Torlock and Ariel first. However, it is very close to break time, and this is going to get very detailed. Yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock.
Oh my god, it's 8
So
o'clock
we're
already.
actually going to go on break 5 minutes early. We'll be back roughly 30 minutes from now, and then we'll continue our adventures in Ghosts of Saltmarsh, breaking and entering style.
Alrighty.
So we'll be back in about 30 minutes. Thank you guys for joining. See you in a bit.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Hello, Gravis.
You are here to find these poor plebeians
What the?
guilty or innocent of breaking and entering into the manor of a prime waters lackey. The party has decided, after a quick snoop and some wine tasting parties, that they're going to divide, in which Scooby, also known as Marcus, and Shaggy. I'm waiting for the no, please, no. DM advantage for you for
What's up, Jaded?
Hello, Jaded.
Yes. Shaggy, known as Tyr,
Yeah.
are going to venture
Zoinks.
to the study where a male is sitting reading a book. But then we have Daphne and Fred.
Yeah.
Fred. I was gonna say Velma, but at the same time, I don't think he wants to be called that. Daphne and Fred, also known as Torlock and Ariel, are going to go to the 3rd floor to see what that light was that was wandering around and faded away. So,
And we're gonna go find the doll.
Huh?
We're gonna avoid the light.
You're gonna try to
Go
avoid the
for the
light.
light.
But you're right. Okay, so
Caroline.
Go to the light, Caroline.
Oh, that movie still gives me nightmares.
the underwater, or sorry, not the underwater, the cavern where those skeletons pop up.
Yeah.
Oh, that got me good. All right, I have rolled and say that Scooby and Shaggy are going to be going the first part.
Okay.
Scooby, you
So-
are in the kitchen.
Yep.
There is a entrance on the left-hand side of the kitchen. There's also an entrance on the right-hand side of the kitchen. One leads to the dining room and living room. One leads off to what would be the study.
Are they open?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Does there appear to be any light sources moving about?
No. If you peer through the doorway, it is pretty dark. You can see there is a door to the study that faces the kitchen, and there is light coming from underneath.
Okay.
It is about
Um,
I would say roughly about a 15-foot gap in between the kitchen and the study, and there is a hallway that kind of intersects it.
All right. I want to look down the hallway left and right. Does either one look like it leads to a stairwell?
As you pop your head out to the hallway, perception, please.
That would be a 14.
All right. The left-hand side just leads to like a little nook where there's a cabinet, and that ends. The right-hand side leads down to a pathway that intersects at different angles, and there seems to be a staircase at the very end of it on the left-hand side going up. So it's like this, this, and this. Oh, whoops.
And that is the direction I'm headed.
So you are heading up the stairs.
I'm heading, yep, I'm going to head towards this and up the stairs.
Okay.
I'm going to be going slow and paying attention for any changes in light.
Okay. Marcus, are you accompanying him behind him?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I will whisper back to everybody and let them know that there are stairs to our right.
All right. Excuse me. Marcus, are you sampling that wine anymore?
I will hold off for now.
Okay.
What's up, Fishy?
It's in your backpack.
Hi, Fishy. Yes, I have both bottles in my backpack. I did not take the cooking.
Okay. Ariel and Torlock, are you going out the right entrance through the dining room / living room area, or are you going with them as well?
We were supposed to head up to the 3rd floor, so I thought that's what we were doing.
All right. So you would assume the quickest way would be to go to the left door that they went through as well to get to the stairs.
Yeah, we would have been looking, I think, for the stairs. He pointed them out, and then we would carefully make our way up.
I also grabbed whatever bottle of wine that was left in the kitchen.
Oh, Marcus grabbed both of them.
Oh, you grabbed it? Okay.
No, wait, there were 3. I grabbed the 2 fancy ones, and then there was the cooking one.
I grabbed the cookie one.
Yeah, he has the cooking wine. It is highly flammable substance that you would know that you don't want to get in your thing.
Ah, good.
All right. It is nothing like alchemist fire or anything like that.
Oh, no.
If you pour this out and throw a match on it, it's going to give you a good flame.
Right. Or if I were to spit it at someone's torch.
All right. So, Marcus and Tyr, real quick. Are you heading up the stairs as well? Are you all going up the stairs?
Well, yeah, because you can't get to the 2nd floor without going upstairs.
Okay, so all 4 of you, which you said you was going to split the party, are now heading up these stairs.
We're splitting the party once we get to the 2nd and 3rd floor.
Gotcha. Okay. You're going to go up a little bit, and there's going to be that divide. On the right-hand side is a closed door that you would assume would lead to the living room / dining room area. On your left-hand side, there is a room that divides away from the study, and you don't know what that room is. If you head down that hallway, there is a door that is closed as well. If you continue on, you're going to see another door on the right-hand side. That would be the living / dining room area. This one is open. And you can hear floorboards creaking as if someone is moving around it.
Is there light?
There is a very faintest of light.
And does the
And it looks
creaking
like
sound close?
The creaking sound sounds like it is moving away.
Okay. The locked door across the way from the study.
Mm-hmm.
I want to approach it and stick my ear to it.
Okay, so you're going to venture off to the left-hand side, departing away from the party as they head towards the stairs. If you put your ear to the door, roll me a perception, please.
Please roll high. Please roll high. That is high. 24.
Hey, Tyr, you can do this. You have inspiration.
Yay! I rolled a 24, so I'll hold on to that inspiration.
A 10 minutes.
As you put your ear to the door, you do not hear sounds. However, you do feel a cold draft that seems to be leaking from the bottom of the door as well as near the keyhole, as this door is locked.
Okay. Might as well. I'm going to one more time cast knock.
All right. With the slightest of clicks, the door silently opens.
I'm going to very slowly slide the door open and peer inside.
As you open this door, you can see there is a set of stairs that lead down. The air is musky as well as chilled. There is about a set of 10 stairs. I'm sorry, a set of 5 stairs that will lead you down into a pitch black room.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way back to the group.
Okay.
Change of plans. There's a stairwell to leading down. I think we're going to go downstairs, Marcus, because, you know, worst case scenario, you get more wine.
Fine.
Torlock and Oreo, if you guys want to continue going upstairs.
We can do that.
She's going to be behind a locked door. I'll give you that much.
Well, I don't have much in the way of opening locked doors except for my trusty hammer here.
Flaming hammer of doom.
The only thing I have is thaumaturgy, but it doesn't open locked doors. It just opens doors.
And I may be able to help with that as long as we get an idea of where we're looking.
Alright?
All right.
All right. So we're going to go over to Fred and Daphne. You do know that it seems like someone is into that room to the right-hand side. It seems like you sounded leading away. If you venture forward, you will actually find that there is kind of a divide in the wall that doesn't allow vision to the front door without going behind this wall. And then you can kind of a curve, you can go up it and go up to the second floor. If you are going to proceed to the second floor, I will need stealth checks, please.
Okay, that works. Can I have you witness then?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, I have a stealth of a 16.
Alright. Jorlock?
24.
24.
You rolled a nat 20.
I'm just making sure no one's wearing armor that would give them disadvantage at stealth, correct?
Right.
I am.
Oh, I did.
I'm wearing splint mail.
It's a good thing we're not being sneaky.
16.
Okay.
Rolled better the second time, so.
Gotcha. And Torlock's naked because he's a barbarian.
Right.
I wear the skin of my ancestors.
Ooh.
I hope it's figurative.
Some of it's a little wrinkly.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Nope. That's ancestors, not forefathers. Alright.
When they said
four
tan
of
the
them.
hide, they really meant tanning the hide.
Oh.
Alright. Torlock and Ariel, you are able to ascend, not descend, these stairs ever so quietly, and you are now on the second floor.
Well, you can descend if you go the other way from the top.
I need
Go
that
on.
towel back to strangle someone. Alright, when you get to the second floor, it seems like the house is divided again into two parts. On the right-hand side, there is a hallway that leads to numerous rooms on the left and right of this hallway. And the hallway just dead ends at a window. On the left-hand side, there is again numerous rooms on the left and right side. Again, it dead ends at a window. There is a bit of a balcony in which, as you cross the left-hand side, you could look down and see if anyone was coming through that entryway that you just came through.
I'll do that real quick just to make sure.
All right. You are starting to see that the light that was coming from the living/dining room area is growing just a tad bit brighter. And we're going to stop right there as we go back to Tyr and Marcus, who I assume are descending the stairs.
We are descending up the stairs, yes.
Descending up the stairs. Yep. What was that famous poem book? The Upside Down, or...
Oh, you're talking about Aisher?
You're talking about, like...
Walking Sideways or something like that, or... I can't remember. It's an old book. Anyway, get inside track.
Silverstein? The Sidewalk Ends?
Yes, where the sidewalk ends. That one. I love that. You two are successful in going down a pair of stairs. Are you closing the door behind you?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. You have closed the door behind you. You get down. It is absolutely pitch black. In this room, it is cold and the air is musky.
And I will pull out I'll be danged. I actually don't have that spell.
Yep.
So I'll do it the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna light a torch, unless you know the light spell, Marcus.
Light torch. Light spell? Huh, why do I have this? Nice.
Yeah, I have a different source of light, and you know that.
Yep. So,
Nikan.
Alright, you said it with a decent...
Averageosity.
Okay, got it. The shield glows. It gives you 20 feet of bright light, normal light, and then 20 feet of dim light.
If only we had a light spell tier.
He says,
yeah, good enough. And I'd like to explore where we are.
you are what seems to be on the left-hand side of a wine cellar. There is bottles and bottles and bottles of wine in racks. There is a couple of kegs.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in this cursed town.
Well, I'm going to walk around and I'm going to make sure that Marcus isn't too far behind me.
I'm oogling at bottles.
I want to look at the floor and see if there's any indication of scratch marks or things like that.
Well, it doesn't take you long. As you descend the staircase, turn, and look towards what would be the back side of the house, you can see there is a separate room with indeed a door that is heavily bolted. This room, the wine cellar itself is roughly a 20 by 25 feet room. You can see that there is another staircase that would lead up, leading to the outside. And there is a smaller room, maybe 10 by 10 at most, that is sealed with a heavy bolt across it.
Well, and slide said bolt out of the way.
Alright, slide it, no problem. As you slide this bolt, however... Oh, yes. A very loud ringing.
If it started making sounds, I would have stopped.
Oh, no. Once you slide the bolt completely out, as soon as it hit that mark, there is a loud ringing as a cord that was attached to the belt that kind of goes this way, up, and around it, starts ringing. And it doesn't stop.
Okay.
This ringing is very audible.
I'm going to open the door.
If you open the door opens. What?
If you open the door opens.
Yay! I succeeded in
was
doing the
trying
thing
to
I
be-
wanted to.
Yes. I was trying to be cool about it. It's fine. If you open the door opens. And guess what? There is indeed a very beautiful young lady sitting in a chair looking down.
Oh, I think we found her.
What? I can't quite hear you over this loud noise.
And
I
it's a
think we
bell.
found her.
Okay.
So I'm going to approach her. Is anything special about her, like chains, shackles, etc.?
As you look at her feet, you can see that they are shackled together. They are not tied down to anything. Her hands are not shackled.
That I heard.
And when you get close to her face, you can see that there is bruise marks on her cheeks, on her hands, and bruise marks on her legs as well.
All right. I gotta double check one thing here.
Ariel and Torlock, you hear a very loud ringing that is coming from the first. It sounds like it's coming from the first floor, from where Tyr and Marcus.
Well,
went to.
so much for the element of surprise.
And that light that was coming from the living/dining room is now bolting out that door, and it looks like a manservant is now heading towards their general direction. Also, on the second floor, a couple of lanterns light up, and you can see light filtering underneath the doorways.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go.
Well, and are these lanterns on our floor?
Yes, they are on your floor.
Okay.
To get to the third floor, there is a hallway that divides further down on the left-hand side, and you assume that would be the way to get to the third floor.
Okay. We're gonna try, being that we don't know what's going on downstairs. I think what we're gonna try to do is head upstairs.
Okay.
Being that they can serve as a distraction at the moment, and then we can come from behind and try to rescue them if need be.
Gotcha. Where you would need to go, on the left-hand side of the house, there is only one lantern that seems to be lighting up under the doorway. You could get to the section of the hallway where you need to take a right, and it'd be just a quick, like, this way. Trying to translate on Zoom is hard. And you could take the stairs up to the third floor.
Okay. Yep. That's what we're gonna try to do.
Okay. I would like you two to give me a stealth as you attempt that.
That work too.
Dirty 20. Sorry, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. And Torlock?
18.
18. You two manage to stealthily get down the hallway and get to that set of...
Sorry, 17.
Oh, 17. You're still fine. You manage to get to that staircase without causing any alarms or floor creaking.
Oh.
We'll stop there just for now.
All right.
Tyr and Marcus, you have this beautiful lady sitting in front of you. She, like I said, she looks in a bad condition, but not where she couldn't probably move. Beaten is the best way I can put this.
Well, this is gonna take the last of my ability to do this, but knock on the shackles.
All right. The shackles come off without a hitch. And as the shackles come off, her feet kind of slowly move out of them. And she looks up to you, and you see this beautiful young lady with a cracked face. Black ooze is coming out of this crack very, very faintly. Her eyes are crystal clear blue. There is a blackness oozing out of her eyes as well. She looks up to you and she goes, "You shouldn't be here."
I am, and you're coming with.
Who are you?
My name is Lori.
With the ooze.
And she takes her hand and touches it. And she kind of looks down at it and she goes, "Oh, I'm leaking."
Is this, you're one of the dolls that was made, right?
And she looks at you and she goes, "I'm not a doll. I'm a human."
That's what I thought. Well, your significant other does not deserve your presence, and we're making sure that he doesn't abuse you any longer. So we're leaving.
And she looks at you and she goes, "But he'll get angry. He'll hurt me more."
He will not hurt you anymore.
If you're not here, he can't hurt you, can he?
No.
And while I'm talking to her,
What was that toy maker's name again?
I don't recall.
No one writes notes in my campaign.
I do.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
I know his name, but I'm not there.
I'm gonna make my way out of the room.
For surely have it written down.
I'm gonna make my
His
way
name is
out of
Korvik.
Thank you.
There we go. I'm gonna make my way out of the room as we're talking and look for that cellar door.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to say, does the name Corvik sound familiar?
Father?
That's what I thought. Okay.
We're taking you back to your father.
Oh. Good. I like Father. Father was nice.
All right.
Don't worry, he's fine. We're bringing you there.
Okay, but my husband will get angry.
Your husband doesn't deserve you. It's not up for argument. We're leaving.
Okay. And she gets up and she starts stutter stepping towards you. And you can see now where the shackles were around her ankles. It's oozing black at the bruises. And she is not completely hobbled, but currently she cannot go at full speed.
That's fine.
But she's very frail in appearance. So if a certain someone wants to like whoop over her shoulder or his shoulder.
I'll do it. I'm stronger than Tyr.
All right, give me a strength check.
$20.
You are able to chuck her over your shoulder, and she goes, "Oh, and set her down." And of course, someone
And Twisted Fire.
Thanks, Twisted.
And what really sucks is the party's divided right now, so
It would hit in the middle of the house.
Middle of the house.
Oh my god.
How you want to do this, boss?
I'm gonna do it fair.
Middle of the house.
I'm gonna roll a percentile. Because that was indeed a 20.
Nice job, Tristan.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice job.
Helps.
Tier, high or low?
High.
Hello.
Okay. Now, Tier and Marcus, as you get outside the room, you hear the sound of whistling as something comes streaking down and absolutely obliterates the wine cellar door.
No!
The one to the
Then in
outside or the
turn-
one to the inside?
Huh?
The one, the cellar door on the outside of the building, or the one that we
Yes.
just came through? Okay.
Okay, we're okay for now.
Oh, but you were in a wine cellar, my friend. So, it hits the cellar door, just absolutely blasts in, keeps going, and then hits the room and just expands outwards. Now, if I remember correctly, fireball is
8d6.
8d6.
Why is it twisted fireballs always destroy things I like?
I know, right?
My alcohol, my forge.
Both of you give me a deck save.
Here, you can use my inspiration if you want,
Okay.
as I am skilled in deck save. We also still have 220.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
All right. What was the deck? What's the deck
15.
save on these fireballs, by the way? What's the save?
15.
15. Okay. Did both of you beat a 15?
20.
24, because I had inspiration.
All right. Rounded down, you're both going to take 14 points of fire damage.
Oh, so 3.
But that
Yay,
was
temporary
already-
hit points.
Right?
Yeah. And also, the wine cellar is now on fire.
I'm putting it out. I'm
Oh,
No!
don't worry about it. Let's leave.
the wine.
Well, we need to leave.
Torlock and Ariel, you heard that whistling, actually saw the fireball through the window of the hallway that you were in, and you hear
I think you're muted.
I'm muted.
No, Torlock.
What the hell are they doing down there?
And
I think we should leave.
There is alarms, bells, whistles going off all over the place. You hear women screaming down the hallway and a male, "Get the guards! Get the guards!"
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. There's the opening. Let's go.
Yeah, there's the opening. So we're gonna stop them there. Ariel and Torlock, what are you doing now that you've seen this?
It's always the things I love.
He is horrible.
Is there a window? Where's the window that we saw?
You're
you have
currently on
rope?
the second. Okay, you are currently on the second floor,
Yes.
staring up at the stairwell to the third floor. You could just jump out the window on the second floor that's right next to you on the left-hand side, which would take you to the back side of the house.
I was gonna say, can we? Yes.
Hmm?
Do it.
Well, this place is busted.
Yes. That window, as soon as you open it up and you look down, actually leads straight down to where the kitchen is, with the kitchen
Okay.
door.
All right.
Do you attempt to fall? What would be 10 to 12 feet?
Yeah, why
It's gonna
not?
hurt, but why not?
A little bit, depending. Both of you give me a acrobatics.
What I'm also gonna do at this point in time is actually climb out the window, hang down, and then give a
Drop.
little Yeah, a little push drop.
Oh, okay. Then it'd be. I'm not going to bother with that. In fact, actually, just give me an athletics check with advantage. Ariel, if you want to do the exact same thing, do that instead. If you want to do acrobatics, it's better for you. Hit that up.
No, my athletics is better than my acrobatics because I have a higher strength than I do dex.
Okay.
15.
15's no problem.
21.
She makes it look good.
And she just grabs the side of it and just kick flips off the side of it, just like.
Show off.
It's those
Holla.
dancer legs.
Elf.
Yeah, actually, now I'm thinking about it, since she is 6'9", she would literally just hang out the side of the door, and her feet would just be like right at the kitchen door. She could just be like, "I'm good."
Bend the knees, and we're fine. Great.
So now you're at the kitchen, or the back end of the kitchen door. You can see that there are lights inside the kitchen, scrambling to head towards that the door that Tyr and Marcus went to. There is a abundance of light coming out that left-hand side of the kitchen, where the study was open. So probably someone opened the door.
I turned my shield off.
Marcus and Tyr, if you are leaving through the wine cellar door that is currently on fire, and the staircase is still somewhat good to use. Thankfully, it's made of earth and not wood. You can pop up out there like some heroic firefighter.
My wine.
I want to, as we pop up, I'm going to head towards where the tunnels that we just came out
House
of
that we
are.
came up for the tunnels.
Gotcha. So you're going to be going to the right side of the house, trying to get out and go into the house that contained the tunnels down. Correct, right?
Yes.
All right. As you guys get to the right side of the house, there are indeed a couple of guards running straight towards you.
This way, the fire's this way. Quickly,
Ah,
help.
she's smart. She's like, ha, I will use this to my advantage. Ariel, please give me a persuasion or I should do persuasion.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not trying to like
This is for
be
something-
deceptive.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't worry.
16.
16. The two guards have pails in their hands of water, and they don't even give you a moment's glance that, you know, 4 people are currently standing outside the back of this house, and one person has a doll on his, or sorry, a woman on his shoulders. They assume that what this is you're rescuing this lady as that fire happened.
Perfect.
And they just run straight past you, start heading to the cellar, start throwing buckets on them, and then they look back at you and they go, or they look back at you. Are you guys gone? Like, are you bolting? Or are you still?
We're
like,
continuing. We're not staying.
Moving with haste, but not like running like the wind.
Okay,
Right.
So he looks and sees that you 4 are now gone. You have gone past the house, and he's okay. Maybe they're just, you know, trying to say that later. And they start running to the nearest well to start throwing more water on this house fire. As you guys get to the streets in which you are going to be leading to the house, there are patrols of guards now running towards you.
I'm going real quick. I'm going to reach back, and the girl I'm going to cast Reduce on, so she's now 1 size smaller.
Okay. She is now considered small. These guards are about 60 to 70 feet away. You can...
Thank goodness you didn't tap my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. You could probably sneak into the house that would lead to the tunnels before they would get to you.
Oh yeah, beeline straight to the tunnels.
Gotcha. Everyone else good with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's make sure everything is good to go. Yeah. There we are. As you get into that house and you get to the cellar door that is open, there is a guard standing there, and he looks at you and he goes, "What are you guys doing here?"
Well, somebody was curious about the dolls that were being handed about, so we picked one up. We're gonna do some studying.
And he looks over to you and he goes, "That's Lori."
I think you're mistaken.
And
We
looks-
just got this.
He draws his
Persuasion.
On top
Really
of
think
that,
you're
she's an
mistaken.
entire size category smaller.
Yes. So she's still on his shoulder, just small.
Right, so it's the wrong size to be it.
He pulls his sword out and he goes,
Yeah, you really are mistaken. I don't know why you're drawing your weapon. But we didn't do anything wrong.
roll me persuasion.
I'll take a 20 for 31.
I like
How
that
does
it's
GM
20%
advantage
there.
that? No, he goes, "That looks just like Lori." Like,
Might be a different model or something, but it's not. I don't know who Lori is.
and he puts his short sword away and he looks at you and he goes, "Again, but what do you? I get it. You got a doll, but why are you here in this house, in heading towards the tunnels?"
Isn't it easier to get through town this way? That and there's a fire going on just outside. I really don't want to get caught up in the crowd.
He nods at that and goes, "All right. Just to give you a heads up, though, Searson is down there and he's looking for heads. So I would not take the tunnels unless you want to get volunteered or something."
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I pronounced the name wrong. Searson.
All right. Well, thanks for the heads up.
We'll just
Great.
take a quick shortcut. We won't stay down for very long. Thank you.
Okay. And he moves off to the side and
I'm gonna mutter something like, I hate it when he's headhunting.
the guard kind of just relaxes a bit and sits down in the chair next where the cellar doors are at, and he's just waiting for you to head on down.
Yep, I'm gonna head down. Once we get out of eye shot from him, I want to look at the map and find the nearest exit.
The nearest exit would be to literally go straight across the tunnels, and the entrance would pop you out right next to Eva's house.
That's what I'll- That's-
Ava. Why do I keep saying Eva?
I don't know.
Ava's house.
That's where we'll head, and then double check the map to see where we can go from there.
Okay. You will have absolutely no problem getting through tunnels if you just at straight jog head down. When that crossroads hits, on the right-hand side, you do see a man who is talking to a group of fellows about 40 feet to your right.
Maybe even a fellowship.
The left-hand side would take you back down to where the wicker goat would be. But if you just head on straight, you'll take that tunnel about 60 to 80 feet. Further down, there will be another staircase, and that will lead you up to what looks like a grate.
Make my way
Is it
through.
a great?
Oh, hi.
Gotcha. And the dog is still spoiled. She gets a futon mattress.
I know, right?
The grate has some bushes covered over it, but with a good strength check, you could probably lift it.
Tarlock.
Give me a strength check.
I'll help.
Also,
Nice roll.
just making sure, reduce and large only lasts for a minute, correct?
Yep, it was just long enough to make this guy believe us.
Gotcha.
That would be a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 has no problem lifting the fake bush that is on this grate. It lifts up. It's very similar to what the one that in the slums was. And there's a little bit of there's a pole in which you could lift up and stick it up. Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you, Poison Ivy.
Which would give you enough room to kind of crawl out.
Do 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 do.
I think you are all crawling out of the grate then.
Yep.
Yes.
Keeping an eye out for any looky-loos.
Gotcha. Lori seems to be in a bit of a whirl that she's outside, but she doesn't seem to be struggling on your shoulder. And also, it was kind of weird that she went from super small and all of a sudden you're just like, as she,
I've seen tear casted before. I'm prepared for it.
all right. Once you get out of the grate,
That's great.
Are you going to put the grate back down?
Oh yeah.
Make it look like we never were here.
Gotcha.
And then I want to find a side alley and look at the map and see where the nearest, the easiest way to get back to that hill is.
So, I will attempt to do this map thing again, which is not going to go well. I'm just going to tell you that right now. There it is. Okay. You folks, currently... Oh god, this is hard to do. Wait for it to muster. Alright. You see where that forest is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, you're on the other side of the river where the house, the red house is.
Okay.
That is where you're currently at.
Okay.
So if I lift this up a little bit more.
We can pretty much go straight south.
Yeah.
Yes. You can see where the wicker goat is down here.
That's the one that's like a not red color.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll just start heading south then.
Alright.
Trying to stay out of populated area.
Gotcha. And it's now pretty decently, it's dark, it's twilight hours. Excuse me. The patrols and whatnot seem to be going towards where that fire was. There are more patrols where that watchtower was. You do remember that the guard did say that Prime Water was not happy about the watchtower. So it seems like he's been made aware of those plans, or I should say affairs.
He's been apprised of the situation.
Yes. It'll take you about 20 minutes to get to the Wicker Goat, in which you can attempt to ascend the slope, or you can take that little jog that would go down to it's actually a path leading back to the slums.
No, we're gonna go up the hill because that's the plan that we had.
Gotcha.
You're not the one carrying this thing.
I'll take her.
And she
Trade off, please.
Yeah, and say she is rather light. She is.
Fine, but I've been carrying her for 10 minutes now.
Go ahead and trade off.
As you
I have a 15 strength. I can carry her for a long time, but not forever.
Yep, I'll take her.
As you start making your way back to the cliffside, I need someone to roll me a encounter dice.
I will.
D20.
Oh, you do 20s? Okay.
Roll
Ghosts.
what?
2. Okay. You guys get to the backside of the Wicker Goat. Marcus is suddenly remembering the taste of pig urine.
I'm going to uncork one of my, what is it called again? Munshamara and take a sip.
It tastes very good in your mouth. Give those taste buds a good washing. As you get to the wicker goat, a familiar face pops up as the guard in which had disappeared is now staring at you as you're walking towards it.
Oh, what'd you run a ray for? Get some cardio workout or what?
He looks at you and he goes, "Oh, good. I was looking for you
Why?
Yeah? Why?
What for?
because you're about to die."
Doubtful.
Mm.
And he bangs on the wicker goat's outer wall.
As he says we're gonna die, I cast sleep.
All right. Wait, aren't you out of spells?
No, I'm on a
Not
second
that-
level.
He's out of the slot with knock.
Okay. Attempt to cast sleep, please.
All right.
You stole this from me.
Isn't there a 20 still floating?
It wouldn't affect sleep, but yes, there's two of them.
21, 22, 23,
Why wouldn't it affect?
It's
Oh,
not too
never
bad.
mind. I remember. Sorry.
32,
39.
39.
As he also cast that, or whatever it says that, calm emotions.
Oh, calm emotions?
At the same time that he's casting sleep.
All right. That's a wisdom save, correct?
I think so. Stand by.
All right. Let me check his wisdom real quick. You got wisdom.
You've got mail.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's a 1.
Yes, it's a charisma save.
He rolled a nat 20. His emotions are not calmed. You did not.
I don't know. I saw one of them die.
I will murder you.
You said that to a live audience and recorded.
Yay.
If I end up dead, we know who did it.
Okay.
His
whatever.
emotions are not calm. His jimmies are still rustled.
Okay.
And Tyr, you said a 30. What?
9.
39.
Unfortunately, your sleep spell does not affect him.
Is it ineffectual or does not affect him?
It does not affect him. Like it.
So he's immune to sleep.
He's not immune to sleep. It did not affect him. He is not sleeping.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. He bangs on the door or the wall of the wicker goat. And,
Well, I'd like to try one thing too, if I can.
it's done. It's 6 seconds.
Oh yeah, that would have been the time I would have done it.
Okay.
Not a pattern.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah.
I'm just gonna use the roll that I rolled again. Please witness. It was another nat 20.
You rolled 2 20s in a row.
I rolled 2 20s in a row.
All right, whatever.
Been rolling like crap all night. It's about time it happened.
Right?
Finally, the DM gets to play. Okay.
I mean, you've been playing the whole time. What do you mean?
I have been playing with death, and I want to play with death. The
Aw.
fireball is the only thing that's happened so far. Again, he bangs his fist on the door or wall. Anyone else?
I wouldn't do that if I were you, lad.
And a gentleman steps out the doorway. And you happen to know this gentleman's face. It is Belmont.
Great.
And he looks at you all and he goes,
Still missing your ruby thing.
"Oh yeah, his necklace." And he
Yeah,
goes,
the one he created fire out of. Yeah, it's broken now.
I wasn't waiting for a little bit of payback.
"It seems my little birds are actually doing something. Let's settle this once and for all." Initiative! Go go! Cue epic boss music, go!
I don't have any loaded up.
Darn it!
Also, DM has advantage.
Oh, I thank y'all.
Yeah, we still have 2 20s and 3 net ones.
Nice.
That'll work.
All right.
As we're doing this, I'm putting doll face down. Stay here, girl.
And she just nods. Let's see. Oof. Okay. This is gonna be a little bit weird to do since we don't have a map or anything.
That's all right. Theater of the mind is easy enough.
Gotcha. All right, we are good to go. Please give me your initiatives. Marcus,
18.
Oriole,
12.
Turlock,
14.
Tyr,
8.
Belmont. I shite you not. That was another 20.
Yep. He's using weighted dice.
I am.
I didn't see 3 20s, but
Here, would you like to view the DM paddle of that's a D20? Don't you dare edit my dice. Like,
Yeah.
curse. Okay. Belmont is going first.
that die felt unusually heavy.
That was actually double Dane game, so you're saying double Dane selling weighted dice. Belmont is going to cast Fireball at the party. And I'm going to assume that you were close all together as you were traveling.
Hang on 1 sec.
It's where
Try and continue.
Okay.
I thought I had counterspell, but I didn't.
I do.
Are you going to cast Counterspell?
Why, yes. Yes, I am.
Alright. Now, Counterspell is no save, correct?
Correct. He cannot cast Fireball because it's a level 3 spell and I just countered it.
Okay. That still counts as his action, correct?
Yes.
It's a fizzled spell.
Okay.
Same as Calm Emotions for me was a fizzled spell, but it still takes a spell slot from me.
Gotcha. Alright. Then you're going to see him pull out a wand. And that will be the end of his turn.
Wand of fireballs.
No. That'll be the end of his turn. However, you can hear there is footsteps coming from around the wicker goat. And it is now Marcus's turn.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern and put it slightly beyond him so I can hopefully catch people on the inside too. I don't know. We're theater of the mind here, so hopefully they're within 30 foot of him.
The footsteps do sound like they are coming from behind.
Okay, so everybody in the 30-foot cube
Okay.
must make a wisdom save.
Alright.
Not including us, I assume, Craig.
Nope, just enemies.
We are not in the cube.
You guys are about 20 to 30 feet away from the back entrance. Alright. So, the footsteps stop that were coming from behind him. And
It also includes him.
uh-oh. Next dice. He is going to make it, I assume, with a 19.
Barely. Everybody who failed 18 or less is incapacitated and speed to 0.
Alright,
The effect ends if they take damage or somebody else shakes them out of it with an action.
how many times? What's the time?
1 minute.
1 minute? Okay.
10 rounds.
Nice.
10 rounds. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Alright, well, that stops an X amount of number of them. Warlock, your turn. And like I said, you are about 20 to 30 feet away from him. there is a pig pin blocking your straight assault to him, and of course there'd be Slob.
Did you say my turn?
No, Torlock.
Okay, thank you.
Well, actually, so it'd take more than 30 feet to actually get to him then.
Correct. Or
Okay.
no, you could. I would say with your athletic skill and ability, you could charge at him, jump over the fence, and be like, "Huh!"
Okay.
If you want to get like right up on his face.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
All right.
And I'm going to rage. Round two, boy. And swing.
All right.
Actually, and I'll use a. Do we still have a nat 20 on there?
Yeah, there should be 2 of them.
Yeah, 2.
Okay. I'm gonna use one of them's.
Use one of those nat 20s. Okie dokie. Feel free to swing away.
2 dice 6 and a 1 die 8. Okay, so 2 die 6. I need another die 6. Thank you.
2 of them.
Sorry, you did use 1.
Yes.
Ugh. Okay, well, that'd be 6, 12, 8. So 20.
Don't forget brutal critical. Add another die.
Oh, thank you. Yep. I forgot.
That's one of the reasons Murin does massive. That's for.
Okay. So I'm gonna do this. That way I can keep track of it.
Math.
Could I say I'm terrible when it comes to math?
No, it wasn't that. It was just it's a lot of.
Okay. So 6 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3. So that'd be 36 points of damage.
I thought that'd be a lot more. I was like, okay, he's about to get absolutely destroyed.
Because I do 1 die 8 plus a 1 die 8,
16.
and then the 2 die 6,
That's another 12.
and then I rolled really, really low. I rolled like 2 2s and a 1.
And a 4.
Mhm.
Savage critical. Oh.
All right. Your Warhammer, I assume, the Flame Tongue Warhammer is what you're
Yep.
casting at? Okay.
Did you
As
add
you
your
take
fire
your-
damage to that?
Yeah, that was the 2 die 6.
Oh, okay.
As you take your Warhammer and you go to thoroughly plunk this guy right across the skull, your Warhammer goes straight through him as the image dissipates. Congratulations, you have successfully slayed a mirror image.
All right. Where are all the other images?
Only 3 more to go. I have the spell.
As you are now in the doorway, you see Belmont standing in the kitchen, not dazed, but the other fellows that were with him are indeed dazed. Well, patterned.
Just for semantics' sake, they're charmed. Charmed, incapacitated 0.
They are very distracted by the amount of sausage on the table.
It was my pretty colored pattern.
Yes, the sausage is now rainbow colored.
They're tripping massive amount of balls.
Yes.
But Belmont is in the room. And it doesn't seem like there is another mirror image present.
Okay, and So he was just outside the door. I took out the image, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Can I close the door as a bonus action?
I will allow it if you want to close the door.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Wrong door. You have closed the door on him, and you hear, "That won't save you."
Come get me.
All right, Ariel, your turn.
I'm gonna pick up Lori and start moving towards away.
Okay.
Towards like away from the town.
Gotcha. Do you want to just head back to the cliff? I would say you're
No.
roughly about 250 feet away from the cliff where you
If
have...
I can do it without being noticed, sure. But
Yes,
I
you're
don't
right.
think I can.
No, that way is actually, there's less light, and no one ever traverses over there because it's a cliff.
Sure, why not then?
Or, I'm sorry, a steep hill, I should say. Yes, you can use your full movement dash if you want to. You could...
Yeah, I'll double move towards the cliff and bring Lori so that we have her protected. That was
Gotcha.
kind of the whole.
You are 60 feet away now from where your party was, and you're about 140 feet away from where your ropes were.
Okay.
It is then Tyr.
Yes. I'm going
Get
to
him,
make.
get him, Scadwell.
I'm going to make my way around the opposite side of the goat from Torlock.
Gotcha.
Do I see our friend there?
The guard?
No. Belmont.
Unfortunately, there are no holes in the wall that are in the kitchen area.
No glory holes on this side.
I'm just looking to see if he's there.
Yeah. No, the window that was in the kitchen is actually facing the pig pen. So on that side, it's just the side of the building.
Right, and he's not on the side of the building?
Correct.
That's what I was looking for. So I'm going to
Yeah.
make my way around back to where Torlock is.
Okay.
And I'm going to ready a spell.
Okay. What's the trigger on that one?
As soon as I see a Belmont, I am going to cast Chill Touch at it.
Gotcha. No problem.
I understand you said chilled touch, but I heard killed touch.
I'll cast that one too. I've got Finger of Death, don't you know?
I also have the shocker. That will take us out to the next round. And Mr. Belmont will be casting a spell.
Got my shield ready.
I gotta look this up real quick just to make sure I don't goof this up.
Oh, goof it up, it's fine.
Oh. It is indeed a bonus action. Okay. A mist starts descending out from the wicker goat. This mist is very thick. It would limit your vision down to 5 feet. It starts coming out of the window, coming out through the doorways, coming out through the holes in the tavern. It is completely filling the tavern.
Is it affecting us outside?
Torlock, the mist is starting to get to you. You will have time to move away if you so choose to. But there is no coughing, no screaming, no nothing. It's just a mist that's emanating from the building. And to say the least, if you were in this, you would have no visibility, other than I can see my head in front of me. You start hearing him laugh, and then you hear footsteps walking away.
Let's keep moving. He's holed up.
All right.
Were there still patrons inside?
Oh yeah. But the sounds of music and laughter and whatnot have stopped. There is deathly silence coming from the tavern right now. Other than his laugh, and that was it. It is now Torlock's turn.
Well, I'm going to get outside of the mist range.
Okay. You have now stepped in Pig Slop, unless you want to hop the fence and head on over.
He was walking away, correct?
Yes, it sounded like his footsteps were walking away.
But there's people inside. All right, I'm gonna retreat for now.
Okay. Are you retreating back to the party? Are you heading towards...
Yeah, retreating back to the party to cover.
Okay.
Your little mist ain't gonna save you either.
There is no sound coming from the tavern.
I'll retreat back to the party and then ready in action with the bottle of spirits.
Gotcha.
If I see him, I'm gonna throw it at him.
Cooking wine, got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ariel, you are 60 feet away from the party.
I'm gonna keep moving towards the cliff. Double move.
Gotcha. All right,
Sorry.
she is... You just see this this young strapping elf just... Let's go faster, let's go faster.
Hold on. Where am I in the initiative?
You're
Near the top?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're at development. I am terribly sorry.
Okay. I was going to say.
I hit the turn order thing twice and it skipped you. Go ahead, sorry, go ahead.
Well, okay, so...
He cast a spell, and then Torlock ran away, and I'll just say that that's what he'll be doing afterwards. So your turn.
Okay. Oh, can't do that. It requires concentration. Well, who's stunned by my image?
You have no way of knowing without going up there and looking. At the door.
Didn't Tarlock look in?
Yes, he said that there was
Tar-
three people dazed.
Combatants.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I'll get my rapier out. Actually, no, I'm gonna get my heavy crossbow out and prepare to shoot at the next thing I identify as an enemy.
Okay. All right, and then Torlock moves away. Ariel moves hers. It is Tyr's turn.
Like I said, let's keep moving. He's holed up.
All right.
And as I say that, I'm going to make my way toward the cliff, keeping an eye on the... I should be able to get to a point where I can see the front door and the side door both.
Gotcha. You have chosen to move to the right side of the building at an angle in which you can see the front and back. Gotcha.
And
Ooh,
once again, I'm going to prepare a spell.
Okay.
If I see any one of the, if I see Belmont, I'm going to hit him with Chill Touch.
Gotcha. Oh, hey, a magic burst. I haven't done one of those in a while. And this is where things
Thanks
get
for the 90.
This is where things get interesting as magic burst is about to go off. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's a D6. Oh, it's not a D6 at all? What's the dice?
It's 4 place dice, which I have. Hang on.
Okay. Unamos says he. I'm sorry, un momento, not Unamos. There you go. The number is 3,158.
3148.
3158.
3158.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. It's not going to affect you immediately.
Okay,
As a matter of fact, it's not going to affect combat at all.
gotcha. Shoot that towards me. What happens to this is happening to Belmont.
I will give you that.
Gotcha. The fog that seems to be emanating from the tavern continues to grow. And it has completely obscured the tavern now. It is, how do you want to put it? It is 40 feet by 40 feet. The tavern is nothing but a wall of fog. And then you start seeing people emerge out of this fog. And they look like they're hacking, they're coughing, they're grabbing their throats. And they take a couple of steps and they fall to the ground.
Can we burn this cursed place down yet?
Well, being that all the people in there are probably going to die right now,
Please hold up in there. Let's light it on fire right now.
everybody got a light.
Yep.
If I recall correctly, you have a bottle of flammability.
Ah, I got it covered.
Alright, it'd be Marcus's return.
I will shoot the next thing I identify as an enemy.
Are you just going to stand there or are you going to come with us?
Oh, you're moving?
We all said we were leaving.
I leave.
Yep.
Sorry, I missed it.
I said it twice.
I wasn't listening to you, Tyr. I never do.
Fair enough. Good point.
Alright, if he's moving and holding his action, then Torlock, you are up.
All right, I'm moving away as well. And,
Full movement?
yep. I'm also going to draw my light crossbow.
Alright, I would say you're probably 30 to 40 feet away from the, I'm sorry, you're probably like 20 feet away from the fog. Like you can't even say the tavern anymore because it is completely covered.
I don't know. Would you call this death fog?
With
Oh, divinity, got it. Sorry. It didn't click into my head. It's a
Clearly not.
with it, I mean, because we moved from the first round away from it, but it's still 20 feet away.
From you. The fog is 20 feet away from you. You were the closest to the building, so when you moved,
Okay,
and then it grew another 20 feet. So
Gotcha.
it was almost chasing you.
gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving away from the fog, but I have my crossbow out now.
Gotcha. And like I said, the fog's about 20 feet away from you. Ariola's, if she double moves again, she will be at the cliffs.
Okay.
It is your turn, Ariel.
Double move to the cliffs.
She has,
Amazing.
She has won 10,000 extra bonus experience for reaching their first place.
So I level first next?
See how you are, Daphne?
Tyr, it is your turn. You were further away than what Torlock was. You're about 40 feet away from the mist.
Now, the people that came tumbling out of the tavern, hacking and coughing, do they appear to be dead?
They are squirming, twitching violently on the ground.
Is this something I might recognize?
If you were to roll me an Arcana, possibly.
I rolled a nat 20,
Yeah.
giving me a grand total of 26.
You can identify the spell as fog cloud.
As fog cloud?
thing that is causing them to twitch, squirm, hack, cough, what almost seems like some type of aerial poison that has infected them.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
So,
The specific spell you wouldn't be able to figure out unless you got closer to it.
okay, well, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to look at Marcus. I'm going to grin wide and toothy. Your wish is my command. And I'm going to fireball the front door.
About damn time you listen to me.
Okay, fireball has a range of what? I'm sorry.
150 feet.
120
You
feet.
Definitely.
120 feet away. So I'm going to full move, turn around, fireball the front door, and that's got a 20-foot radius.
Yep.
Yeah, 20-foot radius, and I'm centering it on the front door, so it'll go at least 20 feet into the goat.
Gotcha. And I guess you're gonna like. Okay, I know where the front door is, no worker goes, so I'm gonna nail that because the fog is completely covering that. But I'll just.
I have a decent memory.
Yes. So, please roll me your damage for the fireball. As the building does not get a dex save because it's a building.
Holy crap! It moved.
You will be fireballing some of the people that are squirming on the ground, though.
They're dying anyhow.
They're already dead.
Am I? I'm still alive. No, you're already dead.
This will do the service of cremating them.
Anybody who's capable needs to beat a 15 dexterity or take 41 points of fire damage.
Holy crap.
I'm gonna say that as they're squirming on the ground, they're not gonna be able to do jack and crap in the dex save.
Dang.
You successfully ignite the two people that came out of the mist, or the fog. They have stopped twitching and squirming.
Probably.
The building, from the fireball itself, the fog cloud kind of just quickly fades. As you can see that the fireball connected, it starts the building on fire.
Eyes light up.
Yeah. Marcus gets a never mind, I can't,
Yeah, I was gonna say watch your words.
can't say that word on stream.
Giddy.
A happy thought.
He becomes giddy.
It's
with
the
his-
prettiest thing. It's the prettiest thing I've
so
seen
cute.
in the city besides that wine cellar that got destroyed.
Yes. Flaming shards of glass and wood and splinters and whatnot just go throughout the building and whatnot. And you can see a roaring orange glow to where the fireball hit. But however, it is being obscured again by this fog cloud that is still, once it dissipated, it came right back.
And as I do this and as it all happens, I'm going to look at the group and go, just remember, there is a tunnel down there. There's a good chance that he dipped out by using the tunnels.
He may have left through the tunnels, but at least this cursed place is going in flame.
Oh, poor Lawanda.
She had a good night.
All right, so let's keep moving.
All right. You are now officially out of combat, as you have moved away enough from combat to where people cannot pursue you.
I'm watching in awe.
All right. Oh, okay. I was assuming that was going on in chat. If you so want to, you could probably scale the cliffs.
We're not scaling it. There's a fishing twine, so I can pull the rope down so we can climb easy.
Well, okay, you're climbing the cliffs then.
I'll pick her back up and once we get there.
All right, you got to the cliffs. I take it Tyr's gonna mage hand the ropes back down.
No, there's a fishing twine, so I can just pull.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, just yank. It comes down pretty easy. And you can easily get back up the cliffs so long as you all roll me a athletics or acrobatics of higher than 10.
Higher than 10?
Higher than 10.
How
Oh,
about
that works.
athletics of 25?
That'll work.
Barely.
Which one is it? Athletics or acrobatics? Or is
Both.
it whatever
you
one
can
higher?
choose.
Okay.
You can choose. You have an assistant with you. so-
Torlock,
Was that?
Torlock, help the girl up.
All right.
I don't need help.
Not you,
Mac.
the other girl.
My acrobatics be an 11.
Wow.
Would that be a disadvantage?
He rolls a 12.
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting about that. I booped that. You guys get up the cliffside and have, excuse me, a 30-minute jog back to the tower, or the slums, I should say, the entrance to the slums.
And then we take the tunnel back into the tower.
All right. Someone give me a wild D20. Don't care who.
I got an 11.
And 11. All right. You have absolutely no problems getting back to the tower. There is no guard guarding that house that you went down into, and when you get into the tunnels, there is no one in the tunnels. You can walk through the fake wall if you so choose.
Yes, we are taking this girl home.
Yep.
All right. You get back to the tower, and we are going to actually stop there.
Aren't we at least going to get a pat on the back for bringing the girl home?
Right.
No, because
I'm guessing something else happens.
something
Probably.
else is going to happen, and it's going to require a bit of time. So we are
Okay.
going to stop there. Let's see here. Before I forget, there is one thing I need someone to do. Tier,
Yeah.
please roll me a d20.
I got an 11.
You got an 11. All right. As you step, and this would be kind of hindering on that. As you step through the tower fake wall, you feel a horrendous burning sensation on the back of your neck.
I will put my hand on my neck.
The doll that you had put in your backpack is hugging you on the back of your neck. She crawled out of the backpack and on your neck and has spontaneously burst into flames.
I will do what I can to extricate the doll from me.
You grab the doll, you throw it off, and as you do that, the doll burns to cinders.
That was what I expected.
That was very unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we will end there.
All right.
Oh no.
That was fun.
However,
We'll end there. This happens. We'll end there. However,
Tier, please mark down that you have that on your character sheet, that you have a horrible burn to the back of your neck.
I will mark that as one of my features.
Yes. That will be going on to the next session. But all right, we are now done, and I mean done.
however,
Shut up.
Closing statements. Anybody got closing statements?
Yes. Closing statements here. I like tater tots.
Okay.
Next.
do.
So, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for making chat as exciting as it was today. Big thank you goes out to Syrinscape. And remember what we had posted for our intermission. Very shortly here, we will be doing a competitive game with 4 other streams to see which team can make it farthest in an extremely deadly dungeon. First game is going to happen on TT2KB's channel on the 23rd. For those of you who are not playing, please check it out, watch, and find out how each of the different teams handles this challenge. More information will be coming. You can find it on Facebook, on Twitter, Twitch, and much easier, visit dragonsinthediningroom.com.
Poison has a question for you.
Yep, I saw that earlier. Beyond that, we will be here on Saturday for Nerevis, assuming everything goes well. And then Sunday will be Sand and Magic. So, again, thank you everybody for joining us. And let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like TT is the only one live at the moment. So let's go bother TT2KB today.
Bye, everyone.
Take care, Jaded.
Take care, guys.
Take it easy,
Bye.
Jaded.
Thanks, everybody.
Farewell. I'll be there.
Everything goodbye.
And gone.